Hello. So it is time for us to fully start to align with the divine blueprint. So the divine blueprint is within us. It is within our cells, within our DNA. It is like the original template for Earth, the original template for humans. So we're trying to really realign with it. So what we've kind of done is we've dropped ourselves down into denser, heavier energies. So Earth, the original Earth, so Gaia, was never kind of the blueprint, the original divine blueprint was more like, it was more of the Eden. It was an Eden reality where the elementals were there, dragons were there, mermaids, all of these beautiful creatures. It was just the most magnificent kind of reality experience construct in this in the universe. So then the plan was to kind of drop down further into densities and create a even more kind of free will of let's just do what we want to do, and let's forget our true selves. Let's forget who we are as source energy. Let's just drop, and see what happens. And here we are. So I liked how my Akashic channeler, Jess, she explained sometimes you can just look at source energy as like a triangle. So what I did was I printed out a triangle, and if those of you that are listening and can't see, the bottom of the triangle actually got cut off, so the left side and the right side. But the guides actually say that is what they wanted to do. They wanted to show me. So what happens is you start at, the highest point of consciousness is source energy. So source you could say is at the very top of the triangle, but at the same time, it is everywhere. But if you want to go to that that original point of source consciousness, then you could just visualize it like it is at the top of the pyramid. No, it's not a pyramid scheme. We are, what happens is, so we start off at source, and then we start, so source is like love, peace. It's pure unconditional love. It's non-judgment. It's just such purity. And so then what happens is you start to create more like it's not the illusion of separation at this point. It's more of okay, let's split off and try and see what we can be, what we can become, what we can experience, what we can try out, what we can express. So we start kind of going, you could say going down in frequency or going down in density, if you want to explain it like that, because for us, higher, the highest point would be an easier way to explain where source is, but source is everywhere at the same time. So we start to come down further and further into separation. And so as you can see, like down at the bottom of the triangle, one side has kind of disappeared. That's kind of us, basically. We've kind of got this illusion that we're not part of this triangle. So we've got one side, we've got the left, we've got the right, we've got, that political side, we've got fear, we've got separation, we've got such duality and polarity that we've actually, literally, we've forgotten who we are. We've forgotten that we are part of this triangle. And so what happens is we start to let go of the old belief systems, start to kind of reconnect to our soul, to our higher self, to our oversoul, to source energy. We start to reconnect again. And then we start to let go of fear and separation. So we move up the triangle. So we get more of an even, like a more balance, more alignment. We get more knowing, more inner peace, more inner calm. So so as you start to go up higher and higher, you reconnect back to source again. So, we've just really created so much duality in this reality. So what is so beneficial is to ask source, so go to the highest point of consciousness. You can visualize going into the middle of the universe, or going into the void, or to the top of the triangle, the top of the pyramid, and just visualize connecting with source and asking to realign with your original divine blueprint. So we've kind of come into this reality. It's a bit chaotic. It's a bit of a not sure who we are, forgot who we are. We're upside down. Everything's getting weird. Like, am I feeling good? Am I feeling bad? Am I a human? Am I not? What am I? Who am I? Where do I come from? So ask source to reconnect. It's not like you're reconnecting, you're already source, so you are all that is. But it's more about remembering. That's what source is saying. Instead of visualize reconnecting, because you are already connected, visualize remembering who you are as that greater awareness, as that expanded consciousness, as that energetic resonant frequency that is everything. It is all that is. So ask source to help you remember who you truly are. And then what will happen as we all start to remember more and more, we can either go deeper down the rabbit hole of separation, of duality, of polarity, of contrast, of fighting against the left, fighting against the right, fighting against each other. That's what is the main distraction at the moment, is fighting against each other. And that's such a waste of time. So what we can do is, as we rise up, we can show forgiveness. If we can't show forgiveness, then we can have neutrality. We can find compassion. We can just find peace within ourselves, because we can't expect everything to be peaceful if we're having a war within our own mind, within our own heart, within our own families. So we can really start to expand back to like the higher points, the higher tips of the triangle, which is more peace, more calm, more clarity, more abundance. So it's more of new earth frequency. So I just did a cool, it's called Healing Sphere #1. It's on my website and on my Patreon memberships. So it's kind of like a meditation, but it's a soul session. So it's expanding your consciousness, healing. You would go into this healing pod within the middle of the universe. We connect to source energy. We go in a golden sphere of a crystal light sphere. Super fun. So check that out on my website. I'll link it below, or on Patreon. It's included in Patreon, all Patreon paid membership. So it's so much fun. Honestly, once you start to really play around and expand your consciousness, you kind of merge back into the universe and merge back into source. And every day it's like a default system where you start to really remember more and more. But if you're fighting, if you're angry, if you're frustrated, if you're worried, then it's really hard to tune into the higher frequencies. The higher frequencies are on it's like a completely different radio station. You're tuning into AM and they're on FM, and you're just never going to hear them if you're really angry, frustrated, worried the whole time. I mean, honestly, we have these feelings and that's okay. We need to give ourselves compassion and love, but we just don't need to get stuck in them. It's a choice. It's a frequency. It's just a game that you're playing. So you choose. You just decide how you feel. But just see if you can ask source. Just do a quick little meditation, or do my meditation will help too. I've got a few. I'm going to be adding more and more to my website and Patreon. But do just even just tune in by yourselves. a little quiet space, and our source say, I'm ready to remember, or I want to remember. So yeah, remember the original divine blueprint. Remember who you are. Remember why you came. So you guys here are star seeds, light workers. You're here to bring in new earth. You're here to transmute the old negative energies. You're here to recreate the new earth grid lines. You're here to dismantle the old systems. So you guys are doing a great job, because it shows everything is falling apart, and that's what you came here to do. So well done. Congratulations. So sending you guys good vibes, heaps of love from New Zealand, and yeah, I will be checking on you soon. Please comment below, see how you're going, and yeah, talk to you guys soon. Love you. Bye for now.